Hello and welcome to the very first installment of the Wikidata Workshop. I'm Lucy, I'm part of the organizing committee together with Oana, Elena and Danny, and the Wikidata Workshop is this year co-located with ISWC. So let's step back. I know most of you will probably be familiar with Wikidata, but just to shape this into context, Wikidata is this community contributed knowledge graph that by now has so many edits that it is one of the largest Wikimedia projects edited per day and per minute. A lot of those edits come from the community, so people, but also those people have automated ways of edit Wikidata. There are over 90 million items describing general knowledge such as places, people, and events. And all of the data is under an open license, which obviously for us as researchers is great because we can reuse this data and manipulate it. So here the graph, you can see the exploding number of items since creation. And particularly also what since creation of Wikidata happened a lot, of course, is that Wikidata was used in research and industry, obviously. So as you can see, there is this increasing number of publications about Wikidata in a large number of fields in computer science, such as semantic web, natural language processing, and linguistics. But what we needed or what we wanted is that we actually have a venue to also bring Wikidata researchers together and exchange. So, and that is why we co-located the Wikidata Workshop also with ISWC, because we have this already existing large semantic web community that we want to integrate our research efforts. So it's not only that we want researchers around Wikidata to exchange, but also to carry their output into the larger world. And so in this Wikidata workshop, as we envisioned it, we wanted to discuss the targets and priorities of Wikidata and also identify the challenges of working with Wikidata. And so we have this great community that also then actually worked on research work and published it in our workshop. We have out of 18 papers, 13 accepted papers, and they cover a large variety of topics such as tools used using Wikidata or tools created for users of Wikidata, the interconnection between Wikidata and Wikipedia, but also just generally more the questions of the semantic web in Wikidata, so RDF, linked data, and so on. We then also could bring the program committee together from this existing Wikidata researchers and the research community around Wikidata, and we would really like to thank our 18 reviewers. Each paper received at least 2 reviews, and we really appreciate your efforts. To the more technical part, so this is the agenda. You can find the full schedule on the website of the workshop, but we also will update you regularly about what's happening and which part of the agenda we are now. We have 2 great keynotes. We will start with a keynote and then go into the lightning talks of the papers. Those are just very short overviews of the papers by the authors to give you an understanding what kind of papers are published in the workshop. And then we have 3 poster sessions that we group by the topics of the papers. So we have the case studies on Wikidata, we have Wikidata and its applications, and finally Wikidata and Wikipedia. Each of the poster sessions will be breakout rooms, so you can talk to the authors of each paper, and you can also jump between the different breakout rooms in each poster session. And finally, we will have a panel. I'll get into that in a second. So we have those 2 great keynotes, and I'm very excited that we could get Lydia Pincher and Kat Thornton to speak. Lydia Pincher is the product manager of Wikidata, so she has a very unique perspective, of course, on Wikidata. And Kat is working at the Yale University Library And she will talk about Wikidata's schema namespace interlinked data models that anyone can edit. So it's more from a user's perspective, which I think brings together this very interesting mix of what we want in our workshop of internal Wikidata perspective and the reuse of Wikidata as well. And then finally, we're closing with a very broad and open question of whether Wikidata is heading in the right direction. We have a very interesting panel of 5 people around Wikidata as well, and the topic of knowledge graphs. Oana is moderating the panel, and I'm very excited also for this topic to carry on after the workshop finishes. We have chat, of course. You can always chat in the Zoom chat, but this Zoom chat is only available during the live sessions, of course. We also have a Slack channel, so you can join the Slack channel as well. This Slack channel will also exist after the workshop, so we can continue the conversation over there as well. We have the Twitter account, of course, as well, if you want to tweet from the workshop. And then we also have all of the papers already on the website. We will have proceedings as well. And you can at any time obviously have a look at the paper in depth if you want to. And finally, we will also partially upload the talks on YouTube. The lightning talks will, in agreement with the authors, be on YouTube. We will record the panel as well as the keynotes. So just as a reminder, please, if you do not want to be in the recording, turn off your camera in those sessions. We will announce that again as well, just so to let you know from the beginning already. And this just leaves me with wishing you a great Wikidata workshop. We're really, really excited to have you all here. And we're looking forward to talking to you and discussing with you and seeing the outcomes of this workshop. Thank you very much.